now, as you know what is an object in JavaScript and what is function, I could demonstrate to you how to insert functions in the objects and how to create methods of the object, in other words. Let's define here a new variable and let's name it math, like that. It will be an object. And the first key in this object will be, let's say, sum. Its value will be a function. And we could use, for instance, arrow function syntax. And let's add here two parameters, a and b, like that. Arrow function syntax. And let's implicitly return a plus b. It is first method. And second method will be, let's say, mult. It will also have two parameters, a and b. And now let's implicitly return a multiplied by b, like that. So now there is an object math with two methods, sum and mult. And the values here are functions, and we used arrow function syntax. Now let's try to access those sum and mult methods. Let's do that here. First, let's print to the console simply math.sum. And we access here sum key using dot notation. Let's see what we'll get in the console. And I get actually contents of this key. In text format, I see this arrow function. And the reason for that is that we didn't call sum method here on this line. If you want to call particular method of the object, you need to add here, as usually, pair of parentheses. We are calling function, this function. And let's here pass two arguments, let's say 2 and 3. Let's save changes, and now I get 5. We just successfully called sum method of the math object. And we passed here two arguments, 2 and 3. This function implicitly returned result a plus b. And that's why here on this line, as a result of console log statement, we see 5 in the console. In the same way, you could call other methods of the math object. Mult. And now I expect to get 6, 2 multiplied by 3. That's how you could create object with methods, and that's how you could call methods. It's very important to mention that those parameters here in this function are not the same as parameters here inside of this function, because parameters are significant only inside of the function. They are limited to the function scope. So a and b variables here in this function are completely different from variables a and b here in this function.